truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness turns tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tune in every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hey everybody. I know I had took my time to get on the internet because that hearing, it was boring. It was nothing that happened. But I can tell you what did happen in the hearing. I'm talking about your boy, Dennis Byron. I can tell you what happened there. Because as far as Kandi and Todd's hearing, the judge says that he's not going to seal the records, which Kandi's attorney wanted it sealed. And he's not sealing it because he said it's too much for him to seal it, because when he look at it, the name's not even showing. And if they want something, they can seal a particular document or they could redact the document. He talked about that. Kandi's attorney didn't want to discuss things because we were on the call and stuff like that. I was on the telephone. There were people who actually was on the Zoom and they wanted everybody to show their face, even the people that had, not party to the case. It was very quick. I took notes, but it wasn't even noteworthy. The next court date is on February 19th at 9:30. February 19th at 9:30. It was on Zoom. Let me tell you what happened at the court. I went to the courthouse, right? There was a divorce case right before in that same courtroom 4C, which is Judge Bennett's courtroom. That's who was supposed to be originally having the case, but it's another judge that had the case, right? So Judge Bennett had her divorce case that was going on. And after it ended, the captain came up to lock the room. And I was like, there's supposed to be another hearing start. She's like, Miss Sylvia, no, it's no hearing. The next hearing is at 12 o'clock. I was like, nah, it's supposed to be a hearing. She's like, go check it out and see if it's supposed to be up here. I was like, okay. So I went downstairs to the docket area, and then that's when I look in there that there was one person who put in for Rule 22, but that person got denied for Rule 22 to view the case. And then I saw there was a Zoom link and Zoom number. So I said I didn't want to pull the Zoom link because I was in the courtroom and I didn't want, the background to show. So I said, let me just go ahead on and call in through the phone. So I called into the Zoom link on the phone, and the guy asked me who I was and why was I there. I told him I told him my name, and I told him I was observing. It was just me. I think it was like 8 people in there said, right? And I told him my name and everything, and I was just an observer. And he says, just hold on a second. The judge is doing another case. Once he finishes with that case, when he calls Tucker case, I will bring you in. I'm going to leave you in the waiting room. So I said, okay, I was in the waiting room. So you know your boy. Yeah, I know your boy, the one that called me this morning. I remember your boy. Your boy. Who's your boy, y'all? Your boy. He calls me and he goes and say, what's the he asked me for the link to get in, right? So I screenshot the what's the name, and I send it to him, right? Thank you, Ms. Green. I sent it to him. And so, this phone here got a broken camera thing here, right? So the picture is kind of blurry, right? He's like, I can't see this. Can you send it again? So I'm like, dude. So I said, dude, come on, right? So he's like, come on, send it to me. It's 9:42. It's about to start. I said, no, it's not start, because then I had it on my other phone. I was listening to them, like the little music, elevator music that they have you holding on and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. So I resent it to him. I took a picture with the other phone and resent it to him. And so he was able to get in. I could hear the little thing ping because the guy had me still on hold, but you could hear when people coming in. So it was 2 pings. I know one was him, and then I guess another one was somebody else who's observing, right? Because when I got in, it was the person that, no, she wasn't on there. There was a person that was on there by the name of, I think her name was Michelle. It was her and I that was on the phone. And then there was, I think a couple of people, of course, Todd and Kandi, their attorney, they were on the Zoom. I was on the phone. I wasn't on the Zoom part, right? Because they couldn't see my face. So when the judge came in, the judge addressed the person that had filed in the Rule 22. The judge said, well, there's one Rule 22, and he wanted to address that the person that got rejected. And so he asked both parties, do they have an objection to the Rule 22? Kandi's attorney told her no, they didn't want that. She rejected it, right? I don't know. I kind of miss whether or not Todd, I think they didn't want it either. I can't remember if they said no. No, they did say no. They did say no. And then, so then the judge asked that person if they wanted to do an application or something like that, right? And she said that she put in the form for the Rule 22, but they already rejected it. So she said she just wanted to hear both parties and see what the both parties said about it. So, and then they just let it go, right? And then he mentioned about there was 2 other people on the line, which I realized it was myself and Dennis, right? I thought it was another person, but the other person was on Zoom. So then the judge asked, and then Dennis, because they said the judge did his acknowledgement of not to record, because nobody got a Rule 22, that if anybody's caught recording, that they were going to be held in contempt of court and all that kind of stuff, right? Which we should all know about that, right? If you don't have a Rule 22, you don't record, right? So at this point, I go and get in my car because I'm like, okay, I'm not going to stay in the courtroom and have my speakerphone on, so I'm going to sit in my car and listen to it, okay? So I'm walking to the car thing, right? And so Dennis goes and tells the judge, because, the judge said none of us to record. He goes like, well, I don't want to be recorded either, right? So then the judge goes and say, oh, this is the comedy hour, huh? Because Dennis is silly, y'all. Dennis is very silly. So then they said that they want everybody to cam up, and the judge said there was 2 people that they can't cam up. So then I said, well, can I get the link so I can cam up and like go on the video because I was on the phone and I had already left the courtroom, so I didn't have the actual code to get in through the Zoom link. So and we just left it there. So I stayed on the phone listening to the call. Okay, so the judge called the calendar and so he started they started asking questions. Well, Todd's attorney, Randy, he started mentioning something about the guest house or something like that, right? And because he's kind of muffled to me, I couldn't really understand what he was asking. And so Kandi's attorney goes and said that basically she didn't want to talk about it because there was observers on the line and there could be somebody recording or something like that, she said. So she really, really did not want us on the call. She did not want us to, I mean, she was very adamant about not wanting people to hear certain things, right? The thing that I got from the whole hearing, which was nothing, y'all, because they all didn't have enough thing. They kept mentioning about the 60-day discovery, mandatory discovery, and things that they had not shared with each other. They was talking about that kind of stuff. So they're supposed to have something done by the 30th of January, blah, 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 blah. And so, and then the judge did say that he's not going to seal the record because it's too much for him, because when he goes in there, he got to open it up and then it doesn't even give you the name. And so it's really difficult for him. So he's not going to seal anything, right? But if they want something sealed, they're going to have to seal that particular document or redact some of the stuff that's on that document. So that's basically what I got out of it. Other than, Dennis acting silly on the phone, they set another date for February the 19th at 9:30, which is going to probably be another Zoom until the judge said he didn't know whether or not he is going to address all the temporary situation, like the child support, the child, what do you call it? Custody and things like that. He didn't say whether or not he was going to do that. He said once he reads these motions that they put in, they'll make a decision. Kandi's attorney did say she was going to submit something in, and then Todd's attorney asked, "Well, will I get a copy?" He says, "Yeah." She was going to give a copy to the judge's staff attorney, and then that was basically it. It was very short, very boring, very not productive to me. And but I could tell this is going to be a real crazy fight. It's going to be a fight. And you could tell there's some things that Kandi wants to hide. I don't know what it is, but she do not want observers. She do not want people to talk about it. But here's the thing. What I would have did if I was that person who followed Rule 22, I would basically talk about how much they are basically a public figure. They're already on television, so why are you trying to hide this? This is like they're public figures, you know what I mean? Especially Kandi. So it's like, well, what are you hiding? You make your money by people looking at you, so what are you hiding? So, but that's basically it on that. It was very non-productive for me. I rode all the way down there to find out they're not even doing it in court. They're doing it on hearing. But most of the time, it is done on Zoom, the first couple of hearings. Because when I did, you remember that girl? And I was on their Zoom. Remember Eva? Eva and her husband, which they back together. I did their case. I forgot about them. I did their case, and I was in the Zoom thing with them. And they allowed me to record, which I never brought that case up because that one was a boring one too. But the divorce thing, and I went to Tyree and his ex. I was in court for that one. But Eva's, I was on the Zoom thing with them because they provided me the Zoom and they gave me my Rule 22. They approved my Rule 22 on that case. So that's basically it. Anybody got any question? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It was a waste of my time, I felt, and it is what it is, y'all. That's it. And because remember I told you I don't know much about those people. I really don't. I'm not into. I've never watched that show, so I couldn't even tell you who's who. Remember I was telling y'all, I only went because folks was telling me, Miss Sylvia, you should do the Kandi and Todd's thing. You know how many times you guys send me stuff? I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. But it's not my cup of tea. I've never watched the show. I can't even tell you who's who. I know Nene because I was assigned to Nene when I used to do Essence. That's how I met Nene. But other than that, I don't know nothing about that show. Okay. That's one black card I don't have. I don't have that black card because I don't do reality shows. I don't. That stuff doesn't fancy me. Okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah, it was very boring. What time are we going? Okay? We're gonna go do our Cecil now. I'm gonna end this live. We got some stuff on Cecil. Lord have mercy. Let me end this. I'm gonna end this and we're gonna go do Cecil until time for me to do prayer. Okay, let me go. I'll be right back. Bye, y'all.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and